Hi. So the deaf event that I went to was Deaf Worship at Covenant Baptist Church. Meg Rose was the guest there. She signed, and there was another woman who spoke through a microphone for hearing individuals. And it definitely wasn't what I expected it to be at all. I was expecting a woman to interpret a few songs and that's it, but it was much more than that. She got really into it. She was dancing and using facial expressions, and it got everyone excited. So it was like super fun, and I'm really glad I went. There wasn't a lot of discussion going on since it was more of worship. However, she did briefly touch on her testimony some. She told us that she was born deaf and she grew up with her grandmother. She didn't really know her mom, or she didn't have a relationship with her mother since she was into drugs a lot. And so she told us her life story about her coming to love and accept herself through a daughter of Christ, which was really inspiring because through talking with the ladies there, I found out that most of the people that went were actually deaf, and a lot of the women were seeking Christian mentors. There weren't a lot of deaf individuals in their community, which much less deaf individuals who were also Christian. So Meg Rose's community that she's run for a couple of years now, called Deaf Women of Faith, this provides mentoring for these women, and it's a great ministry. I actually didn't even know who she was until after this event, but now I follow her on Instagram, and so I've learned more about this ministry, and it's awesome. And so it really just provides a lot of access for deaf women. One of the things that I noticed while there wasn't a lot of access. She actually had to skip a couple of songs because she was trying to read the words from YouTube, like the script of the songs, and the words were too small, so she had to skip the song, which was very disheartening because I can't imagine what she has to go through every event as a deaf individual, and what hoops she has to jump through. Let's see. One of the things that I noticed, not just now but before too, about deaf culture is that deaf individuals are very straightforward and bold. When they're explaining something to someone, I think as a hearing peer, I think we would take them as being rude when they're really not being rude. So, for example, when they're trying to witness to someone, they tell it like it is, whereas a hearing individual, we kind of just beat around the bush and try to make someone feel more comfortable. So it's not what I'm used to at all, but that's just something that I've noticed. And yeah, I think that's it. But it was a really great experience, and like I said, I follow her on Instagram now, and so I watch a couple of her videos every day, and she just goes all over the world, interpreting these songs for deaf individuals, which we need that in our deaf community. So it was a really great experience, and I'm really glad I went. Bye.